Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Cooking, Creating, and Conversation Pieces. So it's Monday. It is cold. Where I live at. If you have not subscribed, please click the subscribe button so that you'll get notified when there's more conversation pieces that will come up. I hope everybody's having a blessed Monday today, even though it's cold outside, y'all. God is still good. I'm sitting in my car because I'm getting ready to run a few errands and make my pit stop at the Dunkin' Donuts. How many of y'all out there like the Dunkin' Donuts? So before I got ready to do my errands, I was just in thought about something this morning. I was having a conversation with my mother not too long ago. You ever have those moments where you kind of think of situations from your childhood, and as you get older, your perspective on that situation has changed? So I remember when I was younger, maybe about, I could have been about maybe 8 or 9 years old, and being at my grandmother's house. And my grandmama was old school, y'all, old school. So if many of you out there have old school grandmamas, you know what I'm talking about. Didn't take no stuff. She didn't put up with a lot of things that children do sometimes, right? So I remembered being at her house, and me and some other family members were sitting on the porch. It was maybe about, I say maybe like 4 or 5 of us sitting on the porch. And back in the day, some would play this game. We called it the dozens. It was called the dozens, where you would crack jokes, and the jokes would usually be about each other's mama. We would call that, the dozens. So me and some other family members were sitting on the porch, and they had started playing the dozens, y'all, cracking these jokes. So we're laughing loud and, getting excited and, just kind of getting out of head a little bit with it. You know how kids can do. And so my grandmother, she knew from previous situations that whenever we would get rowdy like that, it would not end up good, right? We would start out joking and laughing and playing, but eventually somebody's feelings would get hurt. Somebody would say something out of line, and it would turn into an argument or a fight. So from previous experiences with us, my granny knew, what would come of what we were on the porch doing. And so they're going on and on, getting loud, and she hollers from the kitchen, "Y'all better cut that out. Y'all better stop that. Y'all better cut it out." So when you get that warning, initially you calm down a little bit, right? You bring it down just a little bit. And so we were sitting there for a little bit after she gave that first warning. And sure enough, they started up again, getting louder and louder and louder. So she yelled out again, I'm not going to keep telling y'all. Y'all better cut that out on that porch. Y'all better stop. So then it calmed down again. So we sat there for a minute and, a giggle here and a giggle there, and somebody just couldn't leave it alone. They didn't want to feel like somebody had got that extra joke in over them. So then they started again. And that third time, as my grandmother probably expected, somebody said something that hurt somebody's feelings. So when their feelings got hurt, now the laughter turns into arguing. And sure enough, after the arguing, then here comes the fight. This is like physical fighting, right? Because we mad now. So the family members, started arguing and getting physical. And next thing I know, here comes my grandmother on the porch. She had got the belt, and I mean, she came out the gate swinging. She came out the gate swinging. I mean, everybody that was on the porch got a lick, right? And so I'm in the corner, me too, everybody got a lick. So after that, I just remember being mad the whole day. I was mad at my grandmama the whole day. I'm like, I wasn't even talking about nobody. I wasn't arguing with nobody. I wasn't fighting with nobody. I'm over here in the corner, minding my business, and I got a whooping too. So I'm upset and I'm mad at my grandmama. And so I was telling my mother, I was thinking about that experience that happened, but this time, when I thought about what happened, back then, I'm like, she didn't have no right to give me no whooping, and, feeling justified in me being right and shouldn't have got punished for it. But thinking about it this time, yeah. Sometimes when God sends a warning, and remember, I got 3. It shouldn't have took her 3 times to say something. When she gave me that first warning, that should have been my cue to get up and get out of Dodge. She sent 3 warnings. And how often does God give us warning about things we're doing, people that we're around, places that we're going? In some stories in the Bible, in most of the stories in the Bible, God would always send a warning before destruction came. He would send a warning before his wrath came. He would send a warning because in his grace and in his mercy, he's trying to give you an out. He's trying to give you a chance to repent. He's trying to give you a chance to say sorry and not do it no more. Not go back. Turn a different way. Don't you do that. Don't you go there. Don't you be around those people. He sends a warning. Sometimes he'll send a warning verbally from someone. Sometimes he'll send a warning in dreams you may have. And in some cases, if you're praying on a regular basis, sometimes God will verbally give you a warning to tell you, don't do that. Don't you be around that person. They mean you no good. Even if we can't see some things concerning some people in the future, God knows. And he's trying to get you out of that right now. Before, like me, even though in my mind I said I was an innocent bystander, I should have got out when she told me. Because when the wrath comes, it's going to hit everybody. And just because you're in the vicinity, you're in the area, you know, it may not even have nothing to do with you. God is coming in for somebody, but he's trying to protect you and telling you, get out, move, don't be there. Something is coming. You better get out the way. You better leave them alone. They got something coming, and then you get caught up in the wrath that's coming. So this conversation piece for today is about the warning before the destruction. If God has sent you warnings, you better get out. If he sent you warnings about going places, don't go. If he sent you warning about people that you're around, you better leave them alone. Please, please, please get out while God is giving you an opportunity and a chance to heed the warning. You'll save yourself from a lot of things, a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, if you just get out when God sends the warning. So I pray that someone is blessed by this message today. If you're listening to this today and God has sent you warning on some things, please, 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 please take heed. Until the next conversation piece, I love you all. Have a blessed day today. Bye.